Hello guys, Merry Christmas again to you and welcome to today's special stream where we are building the Porsche Cup setup live for the Porsche Regional Cup that is happening this week on the rFactor 2 online racing system. So we got some spectators, I wanted to say, some practice people with ourselves here in the server. We have roughly 1 hour to build this, and we will see whether I'm going to get the car to a happy place. So for 26-minute race, that means I will go out with 50. I will start working on the setup with putting the obvious things in, so the things that are some sort of considered the so-called meta on the rFactor 2 Porsche Cup, which is, first of all, I think we will start with 100% radiator tape. That reduces the drag, should increase the top speed. We keep the 50 liters in. Of course, minimum tire pressures is absolutely important. On the brakes, 100% brake pressure. And on the brake bias, we will go to 52.1. That is some sort of an experience value that I got from other races where the car is working particularly fine. For the camber settings, we will keep them as they are right now. They may actually work. Suspension is good. We know that minimum tire, minimum ride height is also a meter, and I will start with a very oversteery minimum rear wing and leave everything else as it is right now. Car doesn't have any dampers. We leave the wheel range as it is, and with that we warm ourselves up on the racetrack. So, here we go then. Plan for today is prepare the setup. Psycho Ben, hello, happy holidays. Long time no speak. How you doing, buddy? So the plan is to be able to get the setup into the area where I would consider it being good for sale. And obviously the setup then in the end will go live into our setup shop. For the time being though, this is work in progress, and this stream shall give you a little bit of an idea how we are conducting our work around the setup shop, how we are preparing the setup, what are we doing to test them, what are we doing to assure quality control. At least this is how I consider my quality control for the work I'm doing for it. Obviously I have not created every other setup. We are a group of 4 people working together, everyone got their own styles, everyone got their own way of work and their own preferences when it comes to cars. I can already say that this setup is way too oversteery. And I hope I can find a reasoning why. Yes, Ben, still going strong, still going busy. Obviously, besides working on the setup, I need to still get used to the track, how the car behaves in certain curbs. Generally speaking, the Porsche Cup car has an extremely rigid chassis, which means you really want to be able to not have the car going over these rattle curbs. Oh dear, yeah. It obviously has an extremely long braking distance. Just throw that lap to the bin. Now you see those little anti-cuts unsettling the car. So there would be the question, is one able to mount those anti-cuts that much that you don't hit them with the inner part of the wheels, or the inner side of the wheels? Then the car might probably actually stay stable. Also these rattle curbs, you almost feel it that the acceleration is going down. That was a bit too straight as well. Hit the anti-cut there as well. So yeah, I need to find a little bit of a way also how to deal with those bumps and chicanes and anti-cuts. Here you want to probably mount them even harder. So yeah, a little bit of time required here for me to get ready. 52.8 to beat. Remember, we got race fuel on right now, or something that is close to race fuel. But then I need to do a lap itself. So according to my wheel, yes, this was a cut lap in turn 1. It'd be around 46.0. I'll show it again. But here you see, this is exactly what I mean. You can really mount those anti-cut curbs. And if you mount them the right way, and actually manage to dodge them with your inner wheels, the car stays somewhat stable. Generally speaking, the car right now is way too oversteery. So this could perhaps work as a qualifying setup, or close to a configuration for a qualifying setup, but surely not for the race. Arguably, you could say the brake bias is way too much to the front. Hey Amir, how you doing, man? Yeah, still having nice Christmas holidays going on, of course. So later on, going to be at the parental house again. Ah, a bit too late. That is actually a tricky one now, because you have to kind of break throughout that kink. So then we're finishing our first valid lap. 46-ish. 45.9. Here I still need a break earlier. Ah, that's crazy. Okay, so full send over these curves, 100%. The reason for this is, and I just try to validate what I just said. The reason for this is the Porsche Cup car is notoriously understeery on power. So you need to do most of the rotation on the car in the braking zones into the turns. And that means you need to kind of get the car into a little slide here. That is too much of a slide. And you need to perfectly execute that slide throughout the turn. You see it here, the car's almost sideways. And you need to really be on point with what you do to keep it pointing the right direction, which is a strong indication for the car to be way too oversteery. However, coming back into the point why you need to cut so hard over these curves, you need to minimize the radius of every turn available, so you go full send over the curves up until the track limits. But this one, it's a bit tricky, way too drifty. The issue with the drift as well is, as much as it rotates you around the corner, kills the rears, and it kills your exit momentum as well, which the car is very much a fan of. So we go full send, more full send, yep. You have to kind of accept the car jumping and bouncing around. Just is what it is. You can miss the curb here compared to the lap before. Car stays stable, but you see it straight away. We lost 2/10 here. And this is exactly why I mean you need to maximize the track usage available. Morning, Bruno. How you doing? Oh, Raya, good morning. Jules, hello. Yeah, car stays kind of stable. That is more like a racing line that you could take there. I don't have the skin in the public session. I just see it on my personal screen, but no one else can see it. You see, and this time I exited the chicane, not that much in the slide. More controlled traction on the exit, 2 turns up straight. Way too early on the brakes, but okay, fair enough. Once again in that slide, but yet you see the time coming down. Okay, anyway, fixes to the car as we need them. First of all, we're doing 2.74 liters of fuel. So 26 minutes times 60 divided by 105.5 an average that we're going to do, which means 15 laps, 15 times 2.74, that makes it 42 laps, plus 2 liters for formation lap, makes it 43 liters is the race fuel that we probably need. Okay, so setting the race fuel, we're about to... Oh, Tom Raya, I'm so sorry. I didn't get a notification. Thank you so much for the raid with a party of 74. Man, much appreciated. So guys, welcome. We are doing a live setup building session for the upcoming Porsche Cup trophy race in 45 minutes. So you have seen us losing the car a lot of times into the braking zones, into the chicane, into hairpins, into literally every other turn on the circuit. There is two ways to fix that. First of all, up the preload. Let's do 15 clicks. That just overall makes the differential just that little bit more lazy, given a lot more stability on the braking. Hello, Papa Kun. I'm doing great. I'm doing good. Next up, and I need to see whether I can get you this information. Let me see. This might be a short moment of me clicking around in my files here. Yes. I would need to bear with me, guys. So this goes desktop 2. And then, yeah, we just leave it there. Let me see. I need to find the right worksheet. Ah, there we go. Okay. So, let me see if I can give this to you like this. I feared that. And then we need to bear with me. We need to do it that way. If that's better. So, you guys can now see a part of Motec here. And the thing I'm trying to show you right now is, as you can see, the 4 tires. We just put on lap number 3, or actually let's put it into the in lap. Very randomly here towards the end of the in lap. You can see that the inner tire has 88 degrees, center tire has 60, outer tire has 47, and this kind of balance goes for every other tire apart from the rear right. That basically means rear right camber is probably about alright, but all the other cambers are way too steep. Means we only really use the inner part of the tire, but not maximizing the overall tire usage here. So, coming back to the game, I will still reduce the rear right camber as well, just for stability reasons. I think it will go into the right direction. And then we put down the cambers quite a little bit. That should give us more grip overall throughout the entire lap, as the tire should be more equally used in well, you know, when the car leans on the right, the tire should now have a bigger contact patch. And additionally, we're gonna go 2 clicks up with the brake bias to further increase the stability of the car. Vitesse, hello. Thank you for joining. Yes, Joao, it's a sad story, but at the same time it gives kudos to Studio 397 for sure for doing the kind of right things, yeah. Thank you so much, Bruno, for the feedback regarding our setup shop. Yeah, I was basically using the same setup, so I would have been very surprised if you would say that this is not sufficient. Great to hear that you felt right with it, you feel good with it. Alright, furthermore, driving. So Mattia with a 45.3 that will be already interesting for us to see whether we can start beating that lap time. There's two factors in, of course. We have 8 kilograms less fuel, or 8 liters less fuel. We have taken away a lot of oversteer from the car, which makes the car very lazy in the opening race laps for sure, but you may need to have that for the majority of the race, because it doesn't get you anywhere if you have an OP car for the first 2 laps, but then you suffer with balance and pace for the remaining 20 laps or 15 laps. Hence why we may not build the fast possible setup for the race. Remember, right now we're just race trimming. We're gonna just split this up into a race and a qualifying setup, I guess. Kind of missed the first apex a bit. May need to lift here. See how the stability goes. Do the second chicken. That was too much of a hit, so you need to kind of dodge the first anti-cut and then make sure you don't hit the second at all. Into Aqua Minerali. Consistent braking, carrying the speeds, going a bit faster, and that's great. Heavy on the brakes at the 100 meter board and really eat those curbs. Good balance on the exit. Then just go through that kink, and as soon as the car gets straight, hit the brakes. That's a little too late, but it's alright. We need to line up the car a little earlier before that curb, and then be able to send it. So it is an improvement, 5.5 10. At least 3/10 of that being because it's not the first lap, because it's not the third lap where we've put the lap time in, but the first. This time they're on lifty, a straight 10th improvement. Not hitting. A bit too quick though, just a little bit too quick. So you need to decelerate a bit more through that second chicane. Very important when you drive the Porsche, you need to be minimalistic on the steering wheel inputs, otherwise the car over-rotates very quickly. And the last thing you want to do in a race is let up those rears. Yeah, way too late on the brakes. Okay, but I already can see some tendencies regarding where the balance of the car's going to, which means for the race setup we need something even more conservative. You feel that the rear right is about heating up and sliding around. Temperature development throughout the tire, inner, center, outer is much more even now. But really not 100% where you want to have it yet. So that was a much better first chicane. Stronger slowdown. through here. Yeah, perfectly. The second apex. Anti-cut. First one you need to take. I will probably pause the tape after the lap to show you exactly what I mean. So half a second up. Bit too hard over those anti-cut 100-meter marker. Heavy brakes. Just slightly nudge these anti-cuts. Like the front end tires. Then to really hit the final turn perfect, you want to turn in early, and where the third is on that curb, you want to hit the brakes so that you can tuck in the inner part of the curb. Light exit, oversteer from the apex onwards, and then in the third lap it's going to be a 44.4. So, you see with that stability gain, we almost found the full second, not more than a second actually. 45.5 to 44.4, 1.1 seconds. Yes, Danielle, that is a way to get the car into a good balance for the race. So, we are checking again. Need to load the data. Bear with me. Porsche Cup GT3. Yeah, need to load the library. Then we will see an improved tire wear, hopefully. And not just tire wear, but tire usage. Okay, it just takes way too long. So instead of, yes, close it. To refresh this. Cup. Perfect. We open it. Here we go. And we also load up the old one. So old is white, new is colorful. And then we dig a bit deeper into the tire usage on the tire temperatures. Especially good to see in lap 3, yep. So, on the rear left, you see a delta of -31 on the inner. You see a +4 on the outer, and a -10 in the center. So that means we indeed now use more of the outer part of the tire. And on the rear right, you can see also that we sled the car less with overall -45 degrees in temperature. Generally speaking, we are using more of the front tires as well, because they have now a little bit more heat overall, especially the outer and the center. So we are shifting the balance into the right position, into the right direction. That should be it actually for the Motec work already. I will go a couple of more clicks down with the cambers, but that should overall still help the fact. So, since the car is still a bit oversteery in the long run, we are weakening the front a tiny little bit by reducing a little of toe in. Let's do 4 clicks, and at the same time the rear end. I have issues with the car on traction, which from my understanding is because of the strong toe in that we got at the back. So we put the toe to to +2.5, and we will also swap around the ARBs. That will make the car much more balanced in the long run. And we're gonna find out about that now. We may not hit that 44.4, but we surely should have a more balanced car at our hands. Yes, in quali you're absolutely better off with the minimum, Danielle. That's why I say I'm now doing a little bit of short long runs, like 3, 4, 5 laps, as I want to get the car working in race conditions. Again, cars notoriously understeer on the throttle or oversteer when you're already sliding. But if you don't something I wanted to show you regarding picking the right line through that chicane. So, here we are. Notice the front right. It kind of touches the anti-cut. But because it's unloaded already, it's just the tire really deflating it. And the car getting a little bit airborne, which is fine. Because during that airborne time, so now when the car comes down again, and you see that with this, we're just about missing this second anti-cut curb. Like, we're still hitting it from the trajectory, but you see here we get launched into the air with the tire, and here the tire doesn't really touch the oh god, Jerny gets PTSDs because of his cut from a couple of years back in Singapore. But anyway, the car gets launched in the air and it just clears that second undercut as well, leading to a perfect balance on the exit here. And that is kind of how you need to treat that corner. If you're getting struck by both of the undercuts, then you may be in trouble regarding the car bouncing and jumping around. Also, third gear in pit lane for hitting maximum speed limiter. Vitesse, thank you also for your raid with a party of 5. Appreciate it. Sorry, I need to somehow work on my Twitch notifications that I get notified when you guys putting in the raids. So guys, and if you appreciate setup guide and content, if you guys appreciate what we're doing here, then please have a follow on Twitch, subscribe us on the YouTube channel. Yep, Danielle, they're gonna come. They are going to come, don't worry. is a complete RNG way you have to hit these chicane things. That's what happens if you hit the second one instead of the first. Pretty sure. Let me have a quick look at the replay straight away. Yeah, we missed the first one. And hit the second one centered. There you go. Almost flipped it. That's going to be good fun in quali. Generally also in the race. Like, you have to take them. Be quick. More cut. People will cry about cutting. I already fear it. It's 22 minutes to the race, I think. Carried a bit too much speed into the turn. Damn it. Yeah, never mind. Okay, I need 4 or 5 laps to see where the car balance is heading to. Remember, for the race trim, try to do as little as possible steering inputs to not unsettle the rear too much. Did the same damn thing. Anyway, I need to keep driving though. Does this cause damage? Did not. But obviously it doesn't help. Jump around. Yeah. Leave a little bit more space. So you wanna point at the first of these two anti-cuts in that corner to hit them. Hey R, how you doing? Yeah, car stays kind of beautifully straight. Carry a little less pace through Aqua Minerale itself. Heavy on the brakes then. Lightly notching the front tires and the curbs. Perfect on the exit. You're gonna have a look into that chicane as well, how you need to take it. Then we start braking where the black stuff starts. Trying not to look up. If in doubt, especially for those turns where you need to brake through a kink, go forwards with the brake bias even further. Will surely help. Oh, sorry. I forgot turning around the camera. 44.2. Also, you can try mounting a lot of that grass there on the inside. This is practice for the race. A little less speed through Aqua Minerale, then you don't go that wide. Through the actual second part of the apex. So obviously it is the rear right tire that suffers the most. And you want to target at lower than 3% of wear. Only having 2.5. Hey Robin, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. So we got 17 minutes, that means 3 or 4 more laps. Then we put quali settings on. As long as you hit these anti-cuts with the unloaded tire, it's actually fine. 1.5 tens up here. Early on the brakes, opening up that second chicken. See, the car gets a bit too slidey already. Be really, really careful. 10th up. Yeah, Robin, I guess so. Try to hit a little bit of that grass, otherwise just maximizing the exits. Don't hit that exit curb too hard. Put on the brakes, slowing down the speed. Don't put the left-hand tires on the inside of the end of the right curb. Too much track limits anyway. Okay. Fair enough. I agree with you, Danielle, especially on the brakes. You need to have mastered this car to be really, really quick here. Because most of the braking zones are kinda turned or have a kink in. Oh, 44 is race fuel up. Quali will be low 43s, I guess. braking at 150. Beautifully coming around there. Ah, damn. Too much understeer. Alright, yeah. Drove completely aside. So, there could be a case, and this is why I need to do a couple of more laps in the long run, rather than just 3 or 4. There could be the case that you need to have even less oversteer setup, so even more soft ARB in the back, even more front brake bias. This is why I'm trying to figure this out as good as possible now. So then we're going to do the full race, of course, and I will use the full race to ensure quality control on our setup, or on the setups that go to the setup shops. I want to be able to race them the full race distance according to you guys, and see whether they feel comfortable for at least 90% of the race. So there might always be the opportunity or the possibility that you may have to somehow survive the final lap. But yeah, that is the way of quality control and doing that. Missed the first apex and rumbled over those anti-cuts. Still hard timed up. Put the brake bias a click forwards now. Too much oversteer. When you are a little bit too quick, the car immediately responds with entry oversteer. And to counteract that with the brakes, then you rather don't do it in a cup car. See what happens if you do it with the brakes? Don't do that. Okay. So, this is F. I think Suzuki Imola is laser scanned. Okay. More brake bias to the front. And even less cambers, it seems. I keep a bit more camber in the back. So, additionally, we go... What do we do? Go one more click up with the anti-roll bar in the front. I even want to take the toe out again. And let's put rear wing 5. Just to have that, hopefully a little bit more rear instability. Let's see. It might actually be required to run rear wing 5 for the race. So I need to quickly do a lap or 2 again. Then I apply my things for the qualifying. You will be surprised. Because in qualifying it's all about having the front end. and start in 10 minutes. Yeah, the first 2 laps in the race are going to be horrendously understeery. But it's the race balance that you need to have from lap 3 onwards. And trust me, there you are happy then with the cars not rotating more. Yeah, I'm also afraid you need to be a bit lucky with the way the car responds to the undercuts. I think there is no way to generally just fix it. And this is now the phase of the lap where we will suffer from the understeer, for sure. Or you have to wait with the throttle application and stuff. Obviously the traffic doesn't help. Very good. Ah, beautiful exit out of the hairpin. Yeah, the rear wing is helping big time. Just keeps the rear more planted. Absolutely. Beautiful exit through that Arco Minerali, will be now held up sadly. A bit intimidated, but not too bad. We're 140-ish thousands remaining. But that was very direct. And you see the car's much more stable. This leads to a better exit here. Still a 10th up. Still gaining the time. Let's see what we have. A difference of top speed apparently. Beautiful car. Car just sits damn nice on the road. Gonna give it one more lap. And I will do the qualifying adjustments in the qualifying session. Depends, Danielle. In qualifying you need to make a slow out lap to have the tires exactly surviving one lap. For the race then, it's surely a different story. Qualifying driving is obviously miles different than the race driving. The last lap 2% rear right, where, let's see this lap, 2.0 again. Damn it. Yeah, too quick into the turn. And it will be a cut lap. Oh, you saw it. Go too quick into the turn and the rear does these interesting things. Don't even save that line to Aqua Minerali, it's illegal. Completely missed the chicken. So we're checking on the tire wear of these. Beautiful penultimate turn. Exactly the way you want to have it. Fine on the exits would be a 43.8. So that is the race setup for qualifying then. We note this down to like 6-ish laps. And there we go, a little bit more extreme with some stuff. Rear wing 4, anti-roll bar, front back to 4, rear to 5, and the rear toe in slightly negative. Like -2. I give this a quick go. Danielle, with the driving that I intend to do, I think these tires are heating up in one lap way too much already. Let me see how the car rolls. Yeah, see, this here you can now rotate the car flat out through this kink without lifting. But you need to take it a bit more careful into these. The car will slide around badly. Here you want to really hook up a little bit of a drift and rely on the exit. Brake bias is not going to add another click to the front. Rotate. Yep. can withstand this driving style for exactly 2 laps, and then you are completely done. But it's quicker. For sure. Let's see how the chicken goes. Yeah, jump, jump, jump. And one final break into the penultimate turn. Then we go registering for the race. But we go entering the race. Okay, that's what we need. That's what we want. We've saved that already. Click the exit. I hope I have registered, otherwise it's pain. Starting. We joined the server. Let's see how many participants. 23. So one split of racing. Quickly restart that. We went underway. Okay. Servers are still starting. I'll be right back in a couple of moments, and then we see each other on the server for the race. So guys, welcome back to the Porsche Cup Regional Trophy Race. So we've done a little bit of setup work, and now it's about putting this setup through quality control. Quality control means doing a full race with it and consider it being something that you guys be able to drive on a regular basis, also on a, let's say, having fun basis. That is, generally speaking, tricky in this car. This car needs a lot of love with setup and driving, despite there is not much to set up for it. So it basically just got right height, cambers, ARBs, toes. Those are the main settings. And you kind of need to get them right, and you need to treat the car right. So that means no big dramas on the steering wheel, no sawing, no throwing the car into the turns. That goes for the race though. Quality lap, throw the car through the turns as much as you wish and as much as you can. Yes, I'm driving with my custom skin. Only I can see it. So we're leaving a bit of space. 3 minutes 30 in the practice session to go. Should give us 1 lap at least. I hope it's going to be clean. No cuts, no dramas. Let's say no drama. There we go. I think the track is just green. Ah, damn it. Itchy. Maybe a tad too aggressive. This should still get me a P1 with a 47.1 to beat, unless 47.0 is a 46.2 with those 2 major F-ups. So F-up 1 is worth a second. Now I'm out of fuel, but I guess F-up 2 is worth a second as well. What are we going to do? I think I'm gonna put up rear wing 5, the quali set as well. We see, it's not much time to go out and see really. Okay, we just leave it with that. Can't wait for the Gilchinski lap. There it comes. 48.5. Ah, he drives around the anti-cuts. There's a half a second there straight away. Anyway, we're coming up to the race. And once again, guys, if you appreciate what we are doing here, if you appreciate our racing, our setup building and stuff, then please have a follow on Twitch. Please subscribe us on the YouTube channel if you haven't done already. Guys, especially on the YouTube channel, we are trying to achieve 8,000. Nice gearbox. We are trying to achieve 8,000 subscribers overall, so that is our target, that is our goal. If you want to help supporting this, then please have a follow on Twitch. Please subscribe us on the YouTube channel. Papa Kun, you will be fine, as long as you don't die. Because people will die. You see them jumping around already. Yeah, let's see. Personally, I think I need to achieve 43 mid. Also, guys, later on that day, we're gonna do the special event with a touring car around Thruxton, the race at 15:15 Central European time. So as soon as we're done with this race here, we're gonna go off for like 10 minutes, and then we will be back with the touring car around Thruxton. But now, we go for the sends. In the qualifying session here. Kleinhulda, you hear EC. So what used to be the British touring car, the BTCC, it is now the touring car. Yeah, you hear that right. Oh, that will not count. I was still going to finish it. A perfect line over the chicken. Of course, in an invalid lap. Blue Popper, thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. So I can see the lap time here on the dash. What it would be. 43.7. So I guess for just in case, I'm gonna add 2 liters to not be doomed. Yes, Daniela, I think that's the case. A 45.3, the fastest lap so far in the quali session. That's crazy. Would have expected a 44.3, not a 45. Ah, there you go, 44.7. Gotta send. Too much of a slide into the chicken, or into the hairpin. Yeah, it's not an optimal lap, I guess. And now it's an F lap. Doing the very same mistake again. I am dumb. I'm so dumb. Do we see a last to first challenge here for the very first time because we're too stupid to put in the queue lap? Can't wait for it. Especially since the 44.7 isn't... It is not like a big stretch for me. It should be easy. But yeah. There was one guy once saying to finish first you have to finish. So here we are. Trying to finish a lap. It's not that hard, is it? No way. So speaking about quality control, my laps didn't do it through quality control. 44.6 to beat now. Absolute safety lap so far. .43.8. There you go. We need to send it now. If we want to have the pole. Beautiful so far. That chicane was pretty bad though. That was good. That was beautiful as well. Yeah, you raised the chicken. I know the people that now be like, Mitchy, you can finally be happy again with your qualifying, and I'm like, nope. So, save. One quali shot. Car to oversteery. Increase wing or decrease arb. To your liking. So then we put ourselves 43 liters into the tank. We have the bowl. And then we go for a formation lap, I think. Yeah, Kleinholder, that sometimes happens. Obviously, putting the quali lap in is always a bit tricky to a certain extent. Especially when you are not in a rhythm, you know, have a delta and everything. Put it in 7 or 10 minutes is kind of tricky at times. So we quickly double check with the setup. Rear wing 5. More understeery stuff. That should be fine. So, once again, we're not allowed to overcook the rear. We're not allowed to overslight the rear. We're not allowed to turn in sharp or throw the car into the turns with too much velocity. If you obey those 3 rules, the setup should be pretty decent. But that is why we now do quality control. Before we put it up to sale on www.improveyourlaptime.com. Yes, for you guys that have listened and watched carefully, you have the chance to build something yourself. But I know that still some other people will be happy with the setup at their stages. Apparently, you know what? Just to make sure, I want to go 44 liters in. So now obviously I do not know whether... Nah, it should be standing start, right? Yeah. Let me check again. 26-minute race. Sixty divided by 104.5. 15 times 2.7, I think I had. Yeah, it's 40.5. I think I'm overfueled, to be honest, but shouldn't be a big deal. Alright, waiting for the cars to stop. Oh, it's there goes the sequence. Awesome. You guys remember what I said regarding sending it into the turns, sliding the rears and stuff? Good HD, thank you so much. It was indeed an amazing start. So, we now got 6/10 of gap. rF is sending it. He closed the gap in the first couple of turns by like 3 or 4/10 again. And what we are doing is basically, we're just lifting off, putting the car, trying not to lock up any tire. And especially not sending it into a slide. Rearing 5 is good. Top rF has same straight line speed, maybe even rearing 6. Got a little bit of a flat spot, but that's fine. We will have to deal with the flat spots for sure. Then again, all I need to do is now just don't do big mistakes, and flat top RF will drop in pace. You'll see that. Easy on the brakes. Tuck in on the curb. Don't slide the rear too much. Beautiful. This is the race, yeah, okay. 44.2. Yeah, I will be under pressure with my driving for the next couple of laps. But as long as I'm hitting my marks, should not be a possibility for him to get by. And then we just need to wait till his rears are dropping off more than ours. Which is probably starting now. Gap is up to 6.5 tenths. I think Eureka is a bit quicker than us at the minute. But bear in mind that we are saving our rear right. Which we're doing good, I think. We've got 3 cut points available. I'm pretty sure Tokarev already got 1. So our car now becomes a bit more oversteered, but you see flat Tokarev sideways on every exit now, and for him it's only gonna get worse. Gonna get worse for us as well. But car's obviously built in a way that it should not get too worse overall. If correctly driven. Hey Alexio. I'm doing good, I'm doing well. Mitchie, you're sliding it too much. Stop it. Although rear left slide is not as critical. This is the critical one, rear right. And you see what I mean? Slovenak and Tokarev have now hit the cliff of the rear right. Where that one just basically quits working. And this is what I'm trying to prevent happening on my end. Hey Marcos, I don't have a team at the minute, so I'm looking for a drive myself. Or for a seat. Didn't we run F1 WRL 10 years ago together? Or 15 years already? Well, don't slide wide. What do you mean, what am I thinking of next year? A bit fuel for 9 more laps. Should be 9 to go. Perfect. So what is your guys' thoughts on the car handling as you are looking at the stream right now? What do you think of this Porsche driving? Of how the race setup especially is handling? You think it's too oversteery still? If that yellow flag scared the crap out of me. Yeah, get me the cut, let's go. You real life TCR driver? Or a Simracing TCR driver? I heard that Rudy van Buren actually braces the car a lot. Obviously Rudy is a real life Porsche Cup car driver. So I give credit to his words. It is true though that the Cup car rotates over the rear. iRacing TCR driver. I am afraid when you are iRacer, there is not much you can say about rFactor 2 cars because it's the complete opposite. For me, every iRacing car notoriously understeers. And with that esports setup, it's still notoriously understeers, but then suddenly it just kills you. That's how I feel about iRacing, whereas rFactor 2 is... every car is more drifty, more rear end happy or more tail happy than an iRacing car, I'm afraid. Anyway. Yeah, what did we say about driving it on point? You have to drive it on point, hence why we are that slow right now. Or why this lap is a bad one. So, rear end is lit up now. For the next 10 minutes, it's going to be a bit more fun. But should still be manageable. All just lighting up the rear. Beautiful through acque minerali. Much better lap. 5 to go. Yeah, I think there is a gold class, a stock car, or is it even a beginner race? Can't remember. Uh-oh. Dear rear right. Please hold on. I agree with you, Kleinholder. I very much agree. Ah. 5 more minutes. Ooh. Oh yeah, we're gonna have one of these laps for sure. But now you can see my rear right is at least in slightly better shape than the one of Flat. You see, just lost 1.5 seconds in the last 2 laps. I mean, you see already I am kind of minimally steering input and sliding around the turns. So 2 to go. So here we come for the final lap. Now we can have a little bit of fun with that rear ride. So then, here we go. Is that P1? Freue mich da. So, quality control is given. I think it's passed. It might be more of a esports-like setup than an actual non-esports-like setup, but if you treat the car right, it will give you good pace. And there is always an uncertainty with the setup when it comes to driving style and so on. However, I think this is how it should be. I'll need to wrap this up, and then I'm gonna upload this later on tonight on www.improveyourlaptime.com, where it's going to be up for grabs. Yeah, and I'm pretty happy with the result, actually. But now you see there is a good... I've done this live now, but there is a close to 2-hour time input in creating the setup, adjusting the setup, testing the setup, then do a quality control, do a full race with to see whether it really withstands the purpose that it's built for. And yeah, I think with that everything is said. Chris MK360, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Guys, we're gonna go offline on YouTube for a moment and switch the streams. All you guys need to do is stick with that video. You're going to be automatically thrown forwards to the special event race, where we're going to sign up now. There we go. And yeah, we're gonna jump into the practice. It's going to be rain at Thruxton in the BTCC car. You guys will enjoy that for sure. Let me see if the results already in. There we go. Result is up. See the breakdown. Is a P1, is a fastest lap, is a 15 laps, and is a gain everywhere, which is amazing. So, guys, into the touring car race we go in a couple of moments. So we stay live on Twitch. We're gonna change streams on YouTube, guys, so we be right back.